we're talking. The best nighttime show of the year. Power Life with Masi Chabalekalake. Mondays to Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. on Power 98.7. Now, we're talking.
We're talking preparation. I'd like to warmly welcome Mr. Frederick Mama Bolo to the Power Life. Welcome, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm prepared.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
First and foremost, we've been trying to celebrate our beautiful country. What do you love most about South Africa?
For me, is the flexibility of our people. We don't take long to make peace with stuff. And that's why some people are even going to an extreme of calling us copycats. But one thing about us is we make peace. You know, I don't know of any country with so many languages but is still united as ours. With so many languages. I mean, I'm talking over 12 of them.
Yes.
And we still manage to get into the same taxi and there is no chaos.
Exactly.
And we still arrive into a place. That's, for me, is wonderful.
That is wonderful. In fact, I'm glad that you mentioned that because that's something that we easily take for granted.
Yes.
When I came back from the U.S., because, obviously there'll be a little bit of culture shock because you've gotten used to, I was there since I was 5, used to a certain system and now you're adjusting to a whole nother system.
Yeah.
But I found it fascinating when my father would speak to someone Kasesotho at a petrol station. And the first thing I asked him was, like I or Muzulu or Mutsonga, that person knows what I said. You can speak to anyone in any language and they'll answer you back in their language or in your language or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like me, uresponde kasizotho.
Yes.
Everything all in one.
We still move on. Some countries, they have more conflict even though they speak the same language. You guys are supposed to agree because
you understand each other.
You use the same language. I mean, the guys in England, it's and all these things. The tradition is 1.8 million.
And yet they're so cold to one another.
You see, and we even have Sipidori lately. You know, we keep adding them, but we move in peace.
There we go.
That's what I like.
Now, what I also like is how prepared you always are for our conversations. Don't think I don't notice. I see you.
Don't start with me.
I think that is absolutely amazing. And, it sets you and other Power Life contributors like Nhlanhla Zwane and Mahauta Khatebe apart. Le me enjidiale mabatu site. The list goes on. I notice, and I know people notice, but sometimes the concept of preparation is foreign to some people because they've not practiced it and they're used to just running off of their own steam. So what do we mean when we say prepare?
Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. I call them the 6 P's of my success. If you prepare properly prior to performance, you'll prevent poverty. That's what you should do. There is a relationship between preparation and expectation. Now, this is where it starts. What do you expect out of you? Or what do you expect out of tomorrow? Or what do you expect out of Masuchab? Whatever it is that is your expectation, prepare for it. In other words, you have to match your expectation with the preparation. I was talking to a friend of mine and he was telling me, he says, I love my wife. That's what he was saying. He says, I love my wife. I said, why? He says, because when I get home, she does not only expect me, she's prepared to welcome me when I come home. And he says, I keep going home, Frederick, even if I'm going somewhere, I will go via home. And whenever you go to his house, he doesn't come into his house. If his wife was cooking and he comes in, she turns down the stove, go out, welcome him. They go into the bedroom. As he takes off his tie, she's sitting there. You see that this person was prepared for this guy to come back. So how did that meeting you said you're going at 12 go? There's all these things that she's asking that really propels the man to prepare for the next thing.
Wow.
Now, she does not only expect to have a wonderful, peaceful family. She prepares for it. What it basically means is she simulates that which she's expecting. You don't just sit and expect things to just happen while you didn't prepare for them. It's one thing to plan, it's another thing to prepare. You see, when you plan a wedding, it's one thing. There's a wedding planner. It's not a wedding preparer. It's a wedding planner. He can tell you, Ori, if you want 10 people, this is what you must do. But unfortunately, he's not going to go and get you the 10 chairs.
I thought planning was preparing.
After planning, you must get into the preparation, the gist of things. There is a close relationship between preparation and action. You see, planning can be thinking and a lot of brainstorming, but preparation is action. You put some action into the plan. Prepare it. In other words, pair it in advance. Put things where they are supposed to be so that when the vision comes, a mother who is planning to have a baby and the one who's preparing to have a baby, they are different. A young girl who's preparing for her wedding tomorrow and the one who's planning for her wedding is different. We have been encouraged to put emphasis on plans and we've been writing plans. I have plans. Master, I have plans.
I think we all have plans.
We have plans. But where are the preparations of the plan? Did you prepare? In farming, they will tell you, more than planning, the most important thing is preparation. Prepare the soil for the rainy season. Prepare the seed to go into the ground. Many of us, look, let me throw this in. One man who is prepared can overtake 2 men who are talented. So, in other words, some people in the music industry are not really talented. They're just prepared. And now success, in my view, is when preparedness meets an opportunity. So many people, they go to that interview. In fact, the interviewer is surprised already give up on finding a new job. Boom! An interview comes. It hits you and depresses you more. You've read the statistics about people who have won lotto that became poorer than they were before.
Oh, yeah.
Here is the shock.
They plan to win.
They plan to win, but they never prepared to win. They never said to their mind, money is coming. This is where it's going to go. I have to stop this and start doing this. So money hit them by surprise. A good thing hitting you at the right time, you unprepared, is going to damage you. Ooh. So people are not damaged by bad things. They are damaged by good things that came to them unprepared. A lady has been praying, I want a good guy, I want a good guy. And we hear that all the time. A good guy comes here, you are not prepared. You are not prepared. And when you're not prepared, you're not ready. Those who are not prepared, those who did not prepare, they can't be ready. And I like the athletes because they tell them, get set, plan. Now, ready, prepare. That's why you stand up a little bit. And preparation comes before they shoot the gun to say go. And most of the guys, they are just getting set, but they are not ready. And that's why we used to hear ladies back in the days when you say, man, let's take our relationship to another level. And she will say, no, I love you, but I'm not ready. They used to put emphasis on their issue of readiness. They said, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the process. There's an internal process that has to take. Preparation is an inside job.
And culturally, there was an external process that we actually spoke about last week where women, wives, and men were prepared for the next stage of their lives. That's why we have rites of passage.
You can't go to the next level unless you're prepared. In fact, your success will kill you unless you're prepared. Your beautiful children, when they are born, they will kill you because you're not prepared. Your money, your big money will kill you if you're not prepared. Spend your life preparing. You spend your life preparing. Preparation is the replay of that which is about to happen before it happens. In other words, you go into the future, you play that future, then you come back to the present to fetch the present and take it to the future. So that's exactly what you need to do. If you are going to go to tomorrow, you need to see tomorrow. You can't go to places you have not seen. If you have not experienced it, it is going to shock you. It is going. A friend of mine is busy cycling as we speak. They moved from Soweto today. They are now in Rustenburg. They are on their way to Cape Town in 18 days on a bicycle. Now they spend time preparing. They spend time doing stuff to prepare themselves. I said to them, no, let's just plan. He says, planning, it's one thing. Preparation is another thing. Preparation has to do with the connection between your mind and your body. Saying to your mind, money is coming. Lots and lots of it. Now, my body, this is how you have to know this and then make peace. That's why it's called pairing. It's just that you do it prior. You're pairing two realities that have not yet become realities. So you're taking something that is not yet here with something that is here. You are here. Your mind is here. But there is something good coming in the future. You bring it here. You pair it with you and you start to try and walk in that which is coming as though you are in it. Tell you what, Some people walk into their success and it doesn't shock them. Do you think the likes of Motsepe are still shocked by their money? They are not, because they walk through the process of preparation. That's why we have to go through step of growth. Let me say this. Success is an inside job. It's an inside job. It takes something inside you to get out and give the keys to someone. You know, back in the days when there used to be bank robberies, I used to follow those stories very carefully. And I asked people, how did this happen? They said it must be an inside job. Everyone kept on saying, it must be an inside job. And I said, there must be power in an inside job.
Oh, yeah.
If you are to succeed, you need to have a man inside you who will help Frederick, who is outside you, to break into you. Success, inside job, period.
Mr. Frederick Mamabolo on this Inspirational Monday. The lines are open. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be taking your calls on 0861 987 000.
The market was down about 0.7% today and traded in the red for...
By investing and releasing capital for investment in...
The secret to financial success is... There is no secret. Empower yourself with sound financial knowledge and principles. Tune into Power Business with Andile Kumalo, weekdays, 5 to 6 p.m. on Power 98.7. Now, we're talking. Call Power Life with Masichaba Lekalake on 0861 987 000.
It's 15 minutes to the top of the hour, and so many comments are coming through on Twitter. I'm in conversation with Mr. Frederick Mamabolo on this Inspirational Monday. I mean, what do we mean when we say prepare? And how do we know when we're prepared? I mean, I put in hours of preparation every day, and I never feel prepared. I never feel prepared.
No, you never feel prepared.
I never feel ready.
and that's why we appreciate your readiness. Because the more you say, I'm ready, Frederick, the more we look at you and say, where? But the more you say, I'm still putting in some effort, the more we see readiness.
Sure. Well, Motsi Mwerane on Twitter says, blown away. Didn't even think there's a difference between planning and preparation. Time to prepare. Mpumelelo Mbata says, please podcast this preparation conversation. Too powerful. Yes, we have heard you from your lips or your fingertips straight to our ears and eyes. It is done. You can tune into the broadcast, or rather, I'm speaking like a broadcaster. Log on to www.powerfm.co.za about tomorrow or so. And Zibusa Kunene says, chance favors the prepared mind. Amen to that. Let's go to Lucas in Rustenburg. Good evening, Lucas.
How are you?
Very well, and how are you?
I can't complain, thanks. You know, I'm working in the events. So
yes, sir.
You don't just jump and go into the event. You prepare before time.
Oh, yes.
You must know how many people are going to be there, and then from what time until what time, and then the backup, maybe the plan B if your plan A does not work. Psychologically, when you sleep, you must know that when you wake up, you put yourself into that space, and then when you go there, you are ready for that event, and your event will be successful. It's the same like golf. The players of golf, they don't just go to play golf. They prepare before time. That
yes.
Maybe the hole that they know that is going to cost them too much. Maybe the problematic hole.
Yes. They
are going to practice too much on it, and then they know that when I get there, which iron I must use.
Yes.
Maybe for that hole, you see.
100%.
So even in life, it teaches you that you must not take life for granted. You must prepare before time. That's when you are doing a invitation for your friends or something, you must ask them before time. Some people, even though they don't like it, but it helps to know if the people that are going to come, some of them are consuming which stuff, and then which stuff, and then you organize the eyes. You know that they are going to get everything. You see.
Wonderful. But thank you so much for calling into the Power Life, Lucas. I wonder how Lucas knows when he's. How do we know when we're prepared? Because I ask myself over and over, am I prepared? Am I prepared? Am I prepared? I don't know if I have an obsession with preparation or I'm underprepared. How do we know when we're prepared?
Preparation is measured by the action. You can't measure it. And for those of us who get tired of preparation, then you are not prepared to be prepared. Because if you really are prepared to be prepared, you start preparing.